So this is an express workout focusing on the gluteal muscles, the muscles in our bums, okay? So before we begin, we're just going to do a little bit of wrist mobilizing because we're going to be resting on our hands and knees for a little while. So I want you just to do some circles inwards with your hands until you feel a little bit of fatigue in the wrists, and then circles outwards. Okay, good. Then if you can bring your elbows in by your sides and have your fingers pointing forwards. And then we're going to, without moving the arms at all, point our fingers up towards the ceiling. So you're pulling back. And then lower your fingers down towards the floor. So point up and down, and again speed it up a little bit until you feel a little bit of fatigue in the wrists. We're just trying to get all the synovial fluid flowing in the wrist joint and keep it nice and healthy and strong. Then we will point our hands over to the right and over to the left, again without moving the arms at all, right and left, right and left. Good, okay, so now we're ready to go. So if you bring yourself over onto your hands and knees, so we're going to get our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Okay, so keep your neck nice and long, so you're not going to be tucking your head under, and similarly, you're not going to be curling your neck back. Okay, so with your neck and head just nice and long, and hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Good, so to begin with, we're going to just extend each leg out behind. So breathe in to prepare, and then on your out breath, slide your right leg out behind and lift it up to hip height. Squeeze into the glutes, then bring it back in, knee underneath your hip. Swap over to the left leg, stretch out, lift to hip height, and back in. And continue doing that right and then left. Now, what you don't want to be doing is lifting up too high and really arching into your back. I want you to think about keeping your pelvis nice and steady, so that if you were balancing a tray of drinks or something on your lower back, nothing would move off. Okay, so you're trying not to lift the leg too high. Good, squeeze each time you lift. Breathe out each time you extend. Good, now we're going to add in a little bit more, of course. So right leg extends, hold it out there, and we're going to do little circles outwards with this right leg. So take it out to the side, and then circle 1, 2, 3. We're going for 6, 5, and 6, and then we swap direction. 6, 5. Nice small circles. 2 and 1, and then bring it back in. Now the left leg, stretch it out, lift and circles. 6, 5. And again, we're trying to keep the pelvis nice and stable and steady. 3, 2, 1. Now swap directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Good. Let's give the wrists a little bit of a rest. Push the bum back to sit down onto the heels. Stretch the arms forwards a little if you can, and just ease off the wrists for a moment. Okay, now we're going to add in opposite arm extension as well. So breathe in and prepare, then as you breathe out, slide your left leg and your right arm away, and then lift them up to hip height and shoulder height, reaching through fingers, reaching through toes. Breathe in as you bring them back and swap. Think about those glute muscles. Reach, lift, come back, other side. And now if you're finding this too much with the arms as well, just continue doing the legs. Keep both hands down on the floor. Good. Okay, another one on each side after this. So left arm, right leg, and back. Right leg, left arm, and back. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to come into the center of our mat in a high kneeling position. Okay, so we're going to reach down with our left hand and come down onto the floor with that left hand. What we want to concentrate on here is that this kneeling, this leg that is left on the floor, so this is where my mirroring gets wrong, your left leg, so that your left hip is still over your left knee. Now we extend the right leg out and just bring the right hand onto your hip. Now we're going to lift and lower this right leg. Okay, so breathe in, prepare, and then as you breathe out, lift and lower. 6, 5, 4. You should feel the glutes on this standing leg, this kneeling leg, really working. Okay, good. Now lift and hold, and you're going to kick it forwards and back. Forwards and back. 3, 4. We're going up to 6, 5, and 6. Good, a little rest if you need it. We're nearly done. Now lift that leg again, and we're going to do 6 circles forwards and 6 backwards. So big breath in, and then circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. It gets intense, doesn't it? Now we're going to swap over and do the other side. So right hand comes down onto the floor. Left leg is extended. Bring your left hand just to rest onto your hip and concentrate on getting this right hip over the right knee. Now breath in and then lift and lower. 1, 6 times. Good. And hopefully you really feel the glutes on this right side really working. And 6. Good. Now lift, hold and do circles. Circles forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And backwards. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Brilliant. Now lift up and forwards and backwards kick. Ready? Lift and kick forwards. 1 and back. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 5 and 6. Brilliant. Lower the leg. Slide back in. Fantastic. All that is left to do is a little stretch. So come down onto your back, settle for a moment, and then lift your right foot, put it over onto your left, the top of your left thigh. Then lift that left foot off the floor, reach through behind the thigh on the left side, and pull the legs back in towards you. Just hold for a couple of breaths. Good, then put your left foot back down, right foot back down, swap over, left foot over onto your right knee, lift the right foot off the floor, reach through and pull the legs back towards you. Hold for a couple of breaths. Good, and release. Well done. And that is your glute express workout for today done. Well done.